Okay, so good morning. Today we're getting close to the end of this. Uh, Probably next week we'll finish the worship part of this Bible study and move on to praise, which I do believe in praising the Lord, and so I think a lot of that's going to be a little fun, more fun. I wanted to be a little more serious with the worship side of this, and so we've kind of talked about how I think worship and praise are being misused in the church and how it's kind of leading to the falling away. Today, I want to look at this passage in Matthew. This is chapter 15, verse 7, 8, and 9. And this is this is Jesus talking about people who their mouths move, but their heart isn't moved. And I think that's what's going on in the church. I think they're filled up with emotion. And so they don't understand doctrine. They're not even trying to understand doctrine. They just want to live by the emotion. And so they're accepting of everything worldly within the church. And I do think that that's becoming a problem. So let's look at this. Matthew chapter 15, verse 7 says, Ye hypocrites, well, did Isaiah prophesy to you, saying, This people draw nigh unto me with their mouth and honor me with their lips, but their heart is far from me. But in vain do they worship me, teaching for doctrines the commandments of men. And I think that that is a snapshot of today's modern day church. I think that all of this emotional rock band stuff is uh, they're worshiping in vain. I mean, there's it's just emotionalism. There's no doctrine, and I once I finished going through my series on praise, I am going to start looking at the songs that they're singing in these churches and the doctrines, and I'm putting together a rating scale so we can kind of go through each song, talk a little bit about the doctrine in them, and give them a rating. Because not all of them are bad, but that'll give you kind of an idea of what you're looking at, how the devil is sneaking false doctrines in. Now, I wanted to look at a couple other verses here real quick because this Jesus says that people worship him in vain, and I think one of the reasons they do is because they misunderstand certain concepts. Now, this passage in First Peter chapter 4, it says, "The end of all things is at hand. Therefore, be sober and watch unto prayer." Now, this you can include uh, sobriety, like alcoholic sobriety, into this, but that is just a small part. Here's another verse in First Peter chapter 1. It says, "Wherefore gird up the loins of your mind, be sober, and hope to the end for the grace that is brought unto you at the revelation of Jesus Christ." And so this word sober, while it can mean, being free from alcohol or drug, you know, be cognitively aware. It's more of a spiritual soberness. Don't be caught up in emotionalism is what it's saying. And I've got another passage, and I don't actually I need to let me share this because I don't think I shared this one. Okay. So there, perhaps you can see this. So this is Strong's Concordance, and this is the word napho is the Hebrew word. That's how you pronounce it, napho, for the word that they use to be sober. And this is what it says: to be calm and collected in spirit. To be calm and collected in spirit. To be temperate, dispassionate, and circumspect. To be calm and collected in spirit. And what I see in today's church is not being calm and collected in spirit. What I see is people are claiming that to be filled with the Holy Spirit, you have to be the opposite of this. You have to be worked up and emotional, frantic state of ecstasis. And I don't see that being the biblical definition of being filled with the Holy Spirit. And so I'm going to leave it there. Next week, we're going to finish this series up and then move on to some little funner stuff. But I hope that helps. God bless you.